Hey guys, so the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare is being turned into a TV show on ABC Family called Shadowhunters, and they have announced 3 cast members so far, and I want to talk about that. The first actor that they cast was Dominic Sherwood as Jace, who was apparently in Vampire Academy, which I've never seen. I've never read those books either, although they are on my to-read list, and I know nothing about him. I don't know anything about any of these actors. I haven't seen them in anything. I think at least 2 of them are like pretty new actors, so I don't really have anything to say about him. And then we have Simon and Isabelle, who were announced yesterday, and we have Alberto Rosend as Simon and Imerad Tobia as Isabelle. I'm really sorry if I pronounced their names wrong. I haven't heard anything pronounced, I haven't heard either of their last names pronounced out loud. Imerad did a video for the fans where she pronounced her first name, so I know that I'm saying that right. I have no clue if I'm saying their last names right, because I haven't heard them pronounced, but I'm hoping that I said them right. I tried, at least. And as you can tell from their names, both of those actors are Hispanic, whereas Simon and Isabelle in the books are never stated to be white, but obviously everyone has assumed that they're white. I know Izzy is described as being pale. I think all the Lightwoods are described as being pale, which everyone's talked about. And Izzy's brother Alec has blue eyes, and everyone keeps bringing that up. And so everyone's extremely angry that they've been cast as Hispanic actors. And honestly, this isn't something that occurred to me at first. I wasn't expecting to know the actors they would cast, so I wasn't expecting to have a big reaction. And sure enough, when they were cast, I didn't know who the actors were, so I didn't really have an opinion of any kind. It never even occurred to me to think about how they were Hispanic, but a lot of people were angry. I probably should have seen that coming when I saw they were Hispanic. It reminds me a lot of the whole Rue thing with Hunger Games, when everyone was angry that Rue was cast as Black actress when Rue is Black in the books, but that is different because Rue is definitely Black in the book, whereas this time they've taken characters whose race is never stated, but everyone assumed they were white, and cast them as Hispanic actors. But I still feel like I should have seen this backlash coming just because of how people react, and fans always react negatively to casting anyway, but obviously if there's the opening to make it about race, I guess it tends to become about that. Of course, a lot of people are also bringing up the fact that Simon is supposed to be Jewish and saying that because the actor is Hispanic, Simon can't be Jewish, as if being Hispanic somehow prohibits someone from being Jewish. So I think that's like, that and Alec having blue eyes are like the 2 arguments that keep coming up, even though neither one of those things really prohibits either Simon or Isabelle from being Hispanic. So, of course, I think people are freaking out about nothing. I see no problem with the actors being Hispanic. I actually think it's a good thing, because having more people of color in television and media in general is always a good thing. There's nothing that's going to change the story drastically. Even if Alec does get cast and he doesn't have blue eyes, I don't know why. Well, I'm not going to say I don't know why. I do know why people are fixating on that, because they typically tend to get angry when actors don't have the right eye color. Honestly, that's become, before I might have worried more about that. These days, I don't really care about the eye color as much, and it's so easy to wear colored contacts that even if the actor who they cast as Alec later on doesn't have blue eyes, he can easily wear contacts, so I'm not worried about that at all. I don't know why everyone else is. I do think that for the vast majority of the people who are complaining, it's not so much that, like, I don't think that they realize that what they're saying is problematic, because Cassandra Clare, the author of the books, was retweeting stuff people were saying because she wanted to call attention to the like problematic things that fans were saying. And so I was going through their Twitters, especially, like, obviously they all reacted to getting retweeted by her and her saying that their tweets were problematic. And I was reading through what they were saying, and I honestly, for the most part, I definitely don't think that the vast majority of them realize that why what they're saying is problematic. So I do hope that this is like, getting called out on it will help them like rethink some things. I also hope that the cast is really good and like proves everyone wrong, but also just like I hope that it's like, I hope that the movie comes out, or not the movie, but the show airs and is good, and everyone's like, oh look, there's no problem with this. And I do hope that some of the people who are freaking out about it will realize that, like, why this isn't a problem. Emerald in particular looks so much like Isabelle to me. I think she looks perfect for the part. And I know that Alberto tweeted Cassandra Clare about enjoying the books and how he wants to do a good job on the show, so that's a really good sign to me. I'm really excited about that. I honestly have really, really high hopes on the cast so far for this show. We still have to get the rest of the cast, obviously, considering they've cast Jace and then they cast Simon and Isabelle together, or announced, not cast. I have a feeling we're going to get Magnus and Alec next, and we're going to get them together, and then I think we'll get Clary on her own as like the final, since she's the main character. I don't know when the other casting announcements are going to come, but I feel like since those are the main cast, I'm really hoping Magnus is considered part of the main cast. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but I think we're going to get them first, and then the other casting announcements won't be as big because they're not seen as important. But I'm wondering if we will get like Jocelyn or Luke or someone maybe before Clary. I do think we'll get Magnus and Alec next, and I think we'll get them together. I'm excited to see who else is going to be in the show though. I don't think I'm gonna recognize any of the actors. I never seem to for these casting things, like I never know who the actors are, but I think so far I'm really optimistic. I'm really excited about the fact that they've cast POCs in the show, and I'd be really excited if they did more of that. Obviously this has raised a lot of questions over what race Alec's actor is going to be, since Alec and Isabelle are brother and sister, so that'll be interesting to see. I'm excited for it though. I cannot wait to see who else they cast, and I'm really, really hopeful that this is going to be good. But so far I think I am extremely optimistic, and not really, like, there's nothing extremely off-putting that has happened as far as I'm concerned. I know there were some leaks of supposed information that was really troubling early on, but none of that seems to be true, and so all of the like confirmed information that we've gotten has been really positive in my opinion so far, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. I may talk more about the other casting in the future. In fact, I'm almost definitely going to, because now that I've done this, I really want to talk about that, although I don't know how much I'll have to say, but I do want to do that, so I'm going to talk about, once we get those announcements, I'm going to talk about that as well. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.